welcome back. I'm so glad that you guys are back, and I am glad to be back. Today, we are going to be talking about thrifting for vintage items. Um, First of all, I want to thank all the new subscribers who have come over to my channel. Thank you so very, very much. I want to welcome you all here. I hope you find encouragement and inspiration here. Also, I always have a prayer list going, kind of a list, but prayer requests are open in my comments section down below. So if you have a prayer request and you would like for me to pray for you, and all of my other subscribers that pray will pray for you also, just leave it in the comment section. I'm continuing to pray for some who have requested prayer. And so I just wanted to put that out there for you. You don't have to give details if you don't want to. Just say you need prayer for something and I'll pray for you. Okay, so it's a beautiful sunny day here today. It's going to be about 77, which I am happy about. I don't like really hot weather, but I'll take the 70s because it's been such a cold winter. Okay, so anyways, my daughter and I went thrifting the other day. We went to a local, I guess it's kind of like a consignment shop. She has different booths that people can rent and they can, sell. So there's different vendors in there, and it's a really beautiful place. And the prices are okay. They're not, like Goodwill prices, which I don't have a Goodwill that is close by me. I think the nearest one is like an hour away, maybe. So I don't get to go to places like that too often. So, but we decided to take a ride over to this local place, and I found some really great items. So I'm going to show you what we found at this place. That scale there was really, really deep, but I thought, $30. I'm not big on things like that. But there are really some really unusual and unique things. And, I just wanted to share with you guys some of what they have. They had these old cans with different, I guess, like kitchen items, which I thought were really interesting and really neat. I don't collect things like that, but maybe somebody out there likes things like that. So I just kind of wanted to skim over that for you. This booth here really had some beautiful pieces. Her prices were a little on the high side. She did have an extra 30% off, but I don't think I picked up anything at this booth. The topiary was really cute, but it was kind of old looking and dusty, so I thought that $18 was a little bit too high for that. But she had a really just beautiful pieces. There were some vintage bowls, and I know some of you collect things like that. I'm not at that point where I collect things like that, but I did like this architectural wood piece. She was asking $40 for it. I wasn't sure about it, so I kind of left that behind, but who knows? Maybe I'll go back and get it if it's still there. And there were some hobnail items, dishes, vintage dishes, some really cute things. This pig here, he was adorable. He was brand new with the tags on it. And we ended up taking him home because my daughter just fell in love with that pig. And here are some vintage napkins that look almost exactly like the ones I have from my grandmother's dining room table set. And so they were $13 with 10% off, so I did pick those up. This booth here had this very beautiful and unique lamp, which I thought was really pretty, but not my color scheme, so I did not get that. Some other cute items, lamps and wood pieces. But I don't think I picked up anything in this booth here. This piece here, this apothecary spice cabinet, I thought was absolutely adorable. I could see that sitting on an end table in my living room and decorating it with some cute items, but I thought $84, no, I don't think so. I'm not that in love with it, but I know some of you do like those and collect those, but it was really, really cute. This is one of my favorite booths here. And of course, this is where I found the this little wooden vintage toolbox that is shabby chic looking, and I did pick that up. I also picked up that rooster. He was only $15. Okay, so let me just go over what I found. These vintage napkins, which are very similar to my grandmother's that I have, and these are in excellent shape. It's like they were not even used. But I found a set of 6 of these. They were $13 with 10% off. So I had to pick these up because I love decorating with stuff like this. And the print on it is almost exactly like my grandmother's. I'll show you guys that later when I style with them. Also, I picked up this little bird, adorable little bird. I don't think he's vintage. I think he's made recently, but adorable and will go beautiful with my decor. So I picked him up. And then she also has a floral section in her consignment shop, and where she sells different fake flowers. She has pipberry garland and pipberry candle rings and all kinds of different candle rings, florals, and draping vines, things like that to add into your home. But anyways, I picked up this. There was only one of these left. But I thought it's a candle ring, but I thought that it, would be perfect for the bird to sit in. So that's why I picked this up. So I picked this up, and then also I found this, which is absolutely unique. It is a wooden vintage toolbox. Now, somebody had come in and I think put this finish on this stencil, but I love it, and I love how the handle is um, like a different wooden color. It reminds me of shabby chic. So this is perfect for blending into my decor. So I'm excited to style with this. This was $14, and I think this was 10% off also. So not a bad price. And then lastly, I picked up this rooster. He is beautiful. And my daughter found him. She said, "Mom, look at this rooster." And I said, "Oh, wow." And I said, "Tell me the price." Because I'm thinking he's going to be like $30 or something like that. And she said, 15, only $15. I said, "I am grabbing him." He's coming home with me for sure. So, yeah, I love all the finish on him, how he's like kind of that clay color, but he's got that white over the top. So pretty. So I'm not going to be styling with him today because I'm not sure yet what I'm doing with him. And plus I have other things that I have to share with you. And I didn't want to make the video too long. Okay, now that I've shown you all of those things, let's get into styling our pieces today. Okay, friends, so this is the area that I have decided that I want to put the vintage wooden toolbox in. So I've taken what I had here before, I've taken all of that out, and I have left the candlesticks with the ribbon and this topiary ball and this leaf print, this fern leaf print. I'm going to leave that there also. And this is in the corner of my dining room. And that is the chandelier lamp, which is going to stay along with the shelving unit here. I did add this little bird cage up in here. So you have that. Just give you a little tour of what's going on here. I really haven't changed anything since styling it for spring. That's the top. So yeah. Okay, maybe I'll turn the light on. I don't know if that helps you to see better or not, but okay. Okay, so I'm just going to place the toolbox here. I'm trying to see where I think it looks good. The first thing I'm going to do is add this little riser in here, because the bird is going to go on that. But I also want to get in one of the vintage napkins. Okay, so I decided I'm going to place it just like so in here, kind of cata-cornered like that, and then add this little riser here. And then of course we're going to add the little candle ring, this little candle ring. So I did decide that I'm going to use some of this kind of paper nesting kind of material. I'm going to just put it right down in there because I feel like it'll support the bird a little bit more. Plus add a little bit of texture. And we're going to place the bird right in there. I think that looks cute. All right. Next, I'm going to go in with one of these vintage looking chargers that I had got from Amazon. They were, I think, a set of 10. So I'm going to just put one right back in here. I think that way is good. All right. And then I'm going to go in and add this green plate that I have. It's a decorative plate. I think I got this from Home Goods. It has I guess little grape leaves and berries. It's so pretty. I think it was made in Portugal. Yeah, really pretty. So I'm going to go in and add this next. And then this one I'm going to kind of turn to the side a little bit just so that it stays up. So there's what we have so far. And next I'm going to go in, I'm going to add this tall candlestick. It's kind of a chunky brown. I think I got these at Walmart. No, actually I got these at Dollar General. Wow, that was a long time ago. But anyways, I love the way it looks. And I love adding the different wood tones together like that. I think it looks nice. So that's what we're adding next. Now I'm going in and I'm going to add one of these little vintage looking candles. They're battery operated. Okay, so what I did was I moved the candlestick back just a little bit and then I added it on top so that it's behind this little handle. Okay. Okay, so I went in and I added this velvet, this gold velvet looking, it's actually kind of a camel color, velvet ribbon. I had made a bow and I just placed it right there. And then I adjusted the plates. I tilted this one out just a little bit and then moved the charger more to the center so you could see that fern print just a little bit more. I like that fern print there because it is actually hiding a computer. It's for your Wi-Fi. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a little tower that sits there. Anyways, it's hiding that. So that's why I like it there. But anyways, so this is what it's looking like. And I'm going to light up the candle. Also, I have to just throw in some batteries. So hang on. Okay, the candle is on and it is on a timer. It's on a timer, guys. So no worries about turning it off and on. And believe it or not, you guys, I got these little candles from Dollar Tree at Christmas time. I think they were $1.50. But look how cute those are. I mean, budgeting, people, right? We're budgeting. We are budgeting and we're making it look good at the same time. That's the idea. Keep it on a budget, right? And make it look good. Okay, so now we're going to add something over here in this little corner because I'm a maximalist. I can't help it. So I'm adding my two old Bibles. Well, this one is really old. I think I've shown you guys this one before, but yeah, I'm going to add in my two Bibles there. And let's see. Okay, I just wanted to adjust it to make sure everything's on the table still. And on top of that, I'm going to take this vintage can that I have with the little girl on it. I think you guys have seen this before. I did have it up in the shelf, but I took it out and I'm going to put it right here like that. And then I have this little, it's like a plant sprayer type of, I think I picked this, I don't know where I picked this up. I can't remember, but I'm going to just put it there like that. I think that looks cute. Or we could put it down here. I mean, different things we can do, my friends. So, I mean, this way we can see the little girl on top of the can, and then this kind of blends in with that. So, yeah, tell me what you guys think. And if you wanted to, I mean, you could of course add in more florals draping over the side here, but I kind of want this to show because I really like that. Or you could put some on this side. I mean, use your creativity. You could even, this handle could be painted if you didn't like it. You could paint it black and distress it, or, a darker wood tone. Just going to turn off the lamp so you can see it in natural daylight. Okay, friends, so I took a step back and I decided that I was going to add one more of those vintage napkins in. And basically what I did was I opened the whole napkin up and then I pulled it from the center down and kind of rosetted it a little bit on the top there. And then I have the edge just folded over this way. And then I added the bow back in over there. I think that looks better. It adds a little bit more and it makes the bird, I think, come to the center of attention a little bit more. Yeah, so sometimes it's a good idea to, when you're creating your vignettes, just take a step back and look at it. And sometimes you just want to go back in and change it. That's part of the art of it. Okay, I also added this little wooden cutting board from the kitchen. I brought that out. I added yet another element into this. And I think now I'm finally happy with it. I just wanted something else there to give it a little bit of a pop. And I think that was the perfect touch there. Okay, friends, I just wanted to show you why I picked up these napkins at the consignment shop that I was at, because these are my grandmother's right here. And as you can see, I'm going to unfold it a little bit for you. My grandmother's are very worn, very used. The family has used them well. And so here's the edge, as you can see, the floral on that right there. And then here is the one from thrifting. When I was thrifting, you can see that they are, if I get a good shot of it, very similar. Very, very similar. So they're not exact, but they are so similar that this just caught my eye and it brought that right to my mind, my grandmother's tablecloth and napkin set. So that's why I picked them up. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, friends, I just wanted to show you a evening nighttime view. It's not quite dark yet, but the sun is going down. So let me just show you what I did for the final view. I did decide to move this ribbon, this bow, down to here. I used some double-sided clothing tape to do that. So I thought that looked better. And I decided that I was going to keep this little plant sprayer up here, as I just like it better that way. And then I added a few strands of these pansies. So I really like how it came out. And these, friends, I want to show you these little picture frames with the silhouette in them. We are going to be working and doing a project with these next week. We are going to be making something really interesting and vintage looking with maybe a little bit of French country vibes. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for being here with me today, friends. I hope that you were inspired and encouraged in some way from my decor and something that maybe you can create in your own home. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will be happy to answer them. Also, if you do comment, I just want to let you know that really helps my channel. So if you could just leave a heart or something like that, that would be great, just so I know that you've been there. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. And also press that hype button if it's there. And all of this really helps my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. And I really appreciate you guys that come week after week and watch me and encourage me and support me. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope that you enjoy the content that I'm bringing you. So, have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back next week because I have a lot to share with you guys. So, for spring and summer. So, I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.